It is Q&A time. I hope you guys are looking at the fresh cut because I was starting to look homeless. One not good way to start the year is going to be, where'd it go? Maybe it went away. Oh, it's right there. So, see if I can fill that in with a marker. It's gonna be after the Q&A. You got all the questions?
Yes, I do.
I got my winter seltzer right here, made out of lychee. No artificial flavors, no nonsense. So no Mickey Mouse, right? I'm gonna take a sip on every question.
First question from user say the LQAYDI537. I have a 2016 Lexus GS350. Actually, after maintenance, the injector's car is not starting up in cold startup repeatedly. Can you advise?
I think I'm probably answering this question way too late because I've been lagging on it, but you have to take it back to the shop that did the injection maintenance, because if that's the last thing that was done, for sure it has something to do with the injectors. They could be like leaking or something, or the wrong amount of pressure is going to them. I'm sure at this point you probably figured it out. When it comes to injectors, they're not fun to work on. Yeah, best of luck, man. Next question.
You gotta take a sip first. From Porter by B 1848. Suspension noise, I know about the RR racing LCA bushings, but any other recommendations to upgrade?
Yeah, you know, you did mention suspension noise. If you want no noise, no nonsense, no Mickey Mouse, just get the GSF ones. You probably already know about them, but they're a little bit more stiffer than the ones are in our cars. Just adding this on after editing the video. If you do want to go completely aftermarket, which I understand because supposedly some people say that the GSF ones, you know, isn't that big of a difference. I will recommend going with the Figs because from my research, it looks like they're less likely to create noise. Next question. Oh, wait.
From user Derek FCC. If you could create one product for the GS, what would it be?
Derek, why you asked that question, man? Because you already know I'm gonna plug in my key fob. If you guys want to cop one of these, ekcstore.com.
Wait, what's the discount code?
Discount code, end of the video, you get 5% off because I reduced the price. If I'm gonna sell something, I want to give it for a good price. Every video on this channel, I talk about saving money, so I can't talk about saving money if I don't have my products up for a good price. Enough of that Mickey Mouse answer. It would be a cold air intake that does two things. One, does not get rid of the snorkel, so it remains a true cold air intake, but it does add on additional noise while at the same time still actually filtering out all the dirt and sand and all that good stuff. I know there's some intakes on the market, but I don't think any of them do those three things. Kind of makes me wonder if I could come up with a mod for it.
From user It's Will1153.
Yo, what up, Will?
Any tips for the Mark Levinson system?
If you haven't watched the Mark Levinson video I made where I put the Dynamat on the trunk, if you haven't watched that video, check it out. Check out this video too, that I'm gonna link in the description, where I show like my equalizer settings. 2 is Dynamat as much as you can on the doors. It's way easier than you'd think to get the door off. If you watch the video where I replaced the window, that gives you like all the instructions. If you Dynamat that area, the system's gonna sound so much more better. When I had the FRS and the Integra, both of those cars had Mickey Mouse sound installation. Even though the Integra had supposedly a really good stereo system, I never enjoyed it because the installation was so bad that the wind noise, you lose the bass, it doesn't feel as immersive.
From user the 123456 ABCDEFG1.
All right.
What's your mileage? Have you had any crazy $ maintenance items come up? I just did a $1,600 brake job at 62,000 on my 2017. Had no idea the GSF Sports have 2-piece aluminum rotors. Also had a wheel bearing done at the same time. Drive, side, rear, $800+. Now I'm chasing brake squeak on my second set of pads. The shop recommended trying aftermarket, and I'm still squeaking 2,000 miles later. I was chasing down a vibration while braking to begin with. Rotors were warped. Forums validated the squeak on factory pads and rotors too. Crazy annoying.
One, I'm sorry what you're going through, but I have some answers for you. I am 54,000 miles on my car, And you know Eddie GS350 is all about saving money, so I haven't really spent that much on maintenance. I'm not saying I don't do my maintenance, I just haven't spent that much doing it. You actually don't need to be on two-piece rotors. Check out the TSB, I'm gonna link down in the description. You can run the one-piece steel rotor. The one downside to that though is it is gonna be a little bit heavier, but if you're just daily driving your car, you probably won't notice the very, very small additional weight. As for the squeak, for sure you have to use the shim pads in this other TSB that I'm gonna link down below. I'm assuming that shop, you know, if they're a brake shop, they probably know, you know, to lube up the pads really good. Regarding the warped rotors, the thing about these rotors is they actually run hot. I seen some people on some forums say like, oh, it's no big deal if you get them wet when they're hot. No, definitely one, take it easy on the brakes, and two, never wet them when they're hot. Because I wet my rotors when they're hot, and I know I got a little bit of warpage too.
From user Ryan Nori.
Oh, what up, Brian?
What year do you recommend for the GS?
Ooh, that's a good question. Now Mickey Mouse answer. If you like the pre-facelift, get a 2013. The 6-speed, a million times better than the 8-speed. If you like the facelift, get a 2018 and above. Do not get the 2016 or 2017 that I have, because there's some TSVs that were still need to be addressed. I'll link them down in the description that weren't taken care of until the 2018 model. And this is, of course, all things being equal. If I had to pick between a 2015 GS that's in good condition versus a 2013 that was beat to death, I'm gonna pick the 2015.
From user Chris Dawes.
Yo, what up, Chris?
Would you ever go back to the IS Life?
Yes, I would go back to the IS Life under one condition, that it is an IS 500. I like the GSF, but I just want an if I had the choice between a GSF and an IS 500, I probably shouldn't say this because I'm about to get roasted and I might make some people mad, but I would pick the IS 500 even though it's not a real F car. I said it. Next question.
From user turtle_RCF.
Yo, what up, Nelson? Check out Nelson's channel. It's gonna be down in the description. If you want to see more Lexus content, RCF, down there.
Is your GS ceramic coasted?
No. did he put coasted, or I copied and pasted all the questions?
Oh, and do you also plan on attending any car meets with your GS?
The GS is not ceramic coated. I do do those quick spray on ceramic coats here and there. I want to do it myself. And you know, Eddie GS350 is cheap. I am not paying someone $1,000 to do that for me. I'm just gonna figure it out. Video is probably gonna come in spring, so subscribe if you want to see that. Regarding the car meets, I go to a few car meets here and there. The thing is, I don't really record them because honestly, car meet videos, they just don't do good. I really like going to Cars and Coffee because some of the car meets here in SoCal at night, it can get pretty crazy.
From user Spartan 300.
Yo, what up?
Are you going to keep your GS for a long time?
Yes. One of my main goals right now is to buy a house. And unless I downgrade my car, which honestly I don't want to do, I'm not gonna upgrade to anything else. So you can stay subscribed. I'm not gonna, come out with a BMW or anything like that. So don't worry, guys.
From user Logan_Lancel.
Yo, what up, Logan?
Do you have any tips on cleaning your engine bay?
Yes, non-Mickey Mouse answer. My answer might be a little controversial. Just get a damp rag and wipe it down. I'm being serious. It is not worth spraying it with the hose. 98% of the time, nothing happens. But there's gonna be that 2% where you wet something you shouldn't have wet, and now you got something weird going on. Some of the connections in there, they're not plated. You don't wanna get that stuff wet. Just get a damp rag and just wipe it down. Obviously, it's not gonna be as perfect as going in and degreasing everything, but for something that you never see, just get it to 80% and you can go to sleep like a baby, knowing that you didn't damage anything in your engine bay.
From user Chris_Na1_.
Yo, what up, Chris?
What's a good price for a 16 through 23 350 F Sport like yours in 2025?
Ooh. That's a good question. My recommendation is if you chase prices, you might end up with... Call the police. I would try to chase quality and then from there, work on getting that to the price that you can. You know, find the cleanest GS that you can, and then talk to the owner and say like, hey man, I really like the GS, but you know, can you do this price? Or if you're at a dealership, just, you know, go hard, you know, go ham. Really try to, you know, talk them down. Because if you chase price, one, you might end up with a spec you don't like, and two, you might end up with some shoddy maintenance or, you know, like some weird suspension issues. So find something really clean and bring it down from there.
From user Angel Arky.
Yo, what up, Angel?
With daily driving a GS350, do you ever wish you have gotten the GSF?
I definitely don't. The Mickey Mouse reasons are about to come out. The gas mileage, the additional maintenance costs. One reason that maybe not a lot of people think, or actually a lot of people do think about this, is these cars, they're pretty rare. GSF just takes that to the next level. If something happens to your GSF, it's really hard to replace. It's definitely a car I would not want to daily drive, just out of that paranoia. People did dumb shit to my car. They broke the window and then messed up my quarter panel. If I had a GSF, I'd probably have gray hairs by now.
Last question is from me. What's your favorite restaurant to drive to with your GS?
I'm not driving right now because I always try to, you know, play it safe. Right now, we're gonna go walk to Jen's Korean barbecue. We're gonna eat there, then walk the mall. For us, it's always been Korean barbecue. There's nothing better than taking your GS, parking it, looking back before you go into the restaurant, eating Korean barbecue, and then when you walk out, you look at your GS, comfortable, sporty. The GS, guys, is the perfect date car, which is what we're gonna do right now. This question sounds like it's like scripted, like we scripted this question to be last because we're making this video, but we were planning on making this video this way, and I didn't even look at the questions. It worked out that way. It was a lot of fun making that Q&A, and you guys need to ask more questions because I didn't even finish my drink. We're gonna walk to Korean barbecue right now, take you guys along, you know, just quick little vlog. I got this chrome marker. See if this works. I'm not gonna do it right now because I still need to prep the wheels. Like, I'm gonna wipe it down. Hopefully this works, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Let's do this. This right here. I'll wipe it down. All right, let's try this guy out. I know. Actually working better than I thought. Like the texture of it, but the paint is pretty spot on. Do like 2 feet away. Yeah, 3 feet away. You can't really tell. Wow, yeah, it's trying pretty good. Disclaimer too, I did not curb my wheels. I actually have no idea how that happened. I don't know if it was like a rock, but for sure I didn't curb them because you can see like there's no actual damage. It's just like that finish came off. So I think it was a rock that chipped it, but I guess these things happen, you know? That actually worked so good. I can't even tell where it's at right now. Like, it is a perfect match. Like, where? Oh, it's right there. So I think if you know what to look for, it's right there. But for 10 bucks, man, I'm glad this works. Even if I have to touch it up, you know, every like 3 months, I still call it a big win. Look how quickly Chrissy can find it. Where is it?
Right here.
Oh shit, oh pretty good.
Can I help you record it?
Okay, now I can touch this up too right here. Get it back too. Okay. Sheesh. Oh, that's pretty cool, the library. Yeah, I feel like a real YouTuber now. Walking around, vlogging. Sheesh. Look at that sunset. You know, there's times where, sorry Nelson, I'm gonna call you out, but he lives in New York, and there's times where I'm so grateful I live in California. It's the middle of December, I'm wearing a t-shirt, but we made it to the Gens. It's a 45-minute wait, so just gonna hang out for a bit. But wow, look at that sunset. I am not complaining. See, how do you like the sunset?